Hey, Keith Myers from Susky Air Squadron here today to give you a little update on some research I was doing on Allentown slash New Milford back in November of last year. So I'm just going to get right to the slideshow and show you what's happening here. There's some information about our organization and how you can find us. Our new documentary is coming out called See Something, Spray Something. If you'd like to help us out with purchasing some monitoring equipment, feel free to visit GoFundMe site. Today, we're proving beyond a reasonable doubt that chemtrails are, in fact, being sprayed across Pennsylvania. That's why I am making this data dump available. It's called the Pennsylvania Papers. There's some links below, and you can basically go on one of the platforms or on our website and download or just go in and look at all the documents. They're all uploaded for free for you. So here's a little idea of what's going on in Pennsylvania over the last year or so. Some really nefarious things. But today I want to concentrate on what I'm calling the Allentown New Milford event. This took place November of last year from the 19th to 20th. Been going around taking pictures that whole month of some really crazy anomalies. Now, this one, in fact, was one of the scariest ones I saw because this picture really doesn't do this justice. This was completely black, and there was things just like showing up that I could not explain, and they were lasting for the duration of the day. Now, let's look at the day before, the 18th. This is numbers for solar radiation, which is measured in watts per meter squared, and usually is made when the sun is shining throughout the day. You see that at night, in the morning. This is midnight to 6 a.m., and this is, 11 to midnight. So anyway, no number should be, present here because it's dark. Now, what we are finding now is on the 19th, the following day, we have numbers of 12,000, which is really not good because the most that usually is during the daylight hours in Pennsylvania is maybe 1,100 to 1,200. So this is at least 10 times higher than that number on the brightest day shining. Now you'll notice here that Allentown and New Milford are both running these kind of numbers concurrently and into 1120. Also, this is night, and all these other places here, Farrell, Erie, Chester, Bristol, Carlisle, nobody's making any kind of anything. Now here, New Milford, you're pushing over 13,000 right here for a little while. And then conveniently, they both end right here around 6 or 7 a.m. Now, these numbers have been blotted out or deleted, or maybe there was a giant, who knows what. I don't even want to speculate. So we see these numbers again for the daily side of Allentown, 1119. Now, these numbers here correlate with the high radiation numbers because they're pegging out the outdoor temperature and also the resultant direction, which is measured between 0 and 360 degrees. It's making these things do basically stand still because of the amount of radiation. Now, also, we have other particulates here that are going on. Ozone that's been deleted on 1120. Now, right here, it shows where it stops. Everything here is either been blasted out or wasn't been able to read. So that indicates maybe something really high happened there. I'm not sure. So when I went to the DEP and told them about this incident, they deleted the information. This is before I went, and this was after I went. Now look at the dates, 11/19, same thing. Now they forgot to delete this one. This is 440. This shouldn't be here, but everything else is gone. This is all gone here. Now same with Allentown as well, the whole day. Now let's see that again, only in the daily site. Here's New Milford, right? All these numbers show that everything is pegged out. So that indicates that's probably definitely what's going on while you have 12 to 13,000. This, they deleted. This, they forgot to delete, okay, because that's telltale sign. Now, I also found these numbers in what they call ranked reports, which tell you the highest date, 11/20 or 11/19, that these things happen. After I informed them, I went back, found these dates. They had all been deleted for these same time periods. So what it comes down to is I think they basically stole my research, and I did not taken too kindly to it. That's why I'm dropping all these papers. I mean, everybody has to know what kind of chicanery is going on over there. You're going to find all kinds of photos, files. I did a whole study for the year of 2023. There's documents, there's links, people you could talk to. Now, these all go from the 2018 to 2024, and these parameters are all included. Now, they basically are stored in these files, and you can correlate. Now, the screenshot data bank is so much easier to use than their site because I've done all the work for it, and it's all instantaneous. Usually their system, you have to wait some time period to be able to pull reports. You can still pull reports there. The links are in there, but you could find historic photos in your area. Say you live in Allentown or New Milford. I don't have photos from that close, but across the mid-state, everything is by the number of particulates, what I'll show you later, it's all intertwined. But you could go take your own pictures and go find these dates and find, the screenshot information that's not that can't be further manipulated. That's why I wanted to do the screenshots, is because now, having a link or something like that, that could just disappear or change like it has. So if you find all these things that are missing, ozone, sulfur dioxide, particulates, solar radiation, outdoor temp, it's probably indicative that there's some bad stuff going on and people have deleted data. And maybe more importantly, it means that somebody, you in your area, has been exposed to EMRs and particulates. Ask yourself, why would such data, be deleted if it wasn't nefarious? You don't have to be from Pennsylvania to use this. I mean, other states and countries across the world are all doing stratospheric aerosol injections. So, take what I'm giving you here as a guideline. I can't speak to the amount of electromagnetic radiation that I found because I didn't plan on finding it. I plan on finding particulates, but the EMRs are also creating surface level ozone, which is very bad for you and your health and the amount of particulates. So, who's making the high levels of the electromagnetic radiation? I mean, we got to find out what's going on here because it's not good. Now, I'm going to give you one more example from your neighbors, only like an hour or so. Run 78 corridor all the time from Hershey to Allentown into New Jersey, and that's why all these things are just together. Things flow from west to east, or however they want them to. Now, the Hershey New Garden experience kind of shows us that. Now, this one is a lot more graphic and I think more disturbing. It's what happened in Hershey on March 1st of this year. We have blue skies in the morning about 10:30. There started some aerosol injections. So by around 1 o'clock, it's getting really hazy. Now, after that, you can see all the lines, everything. It's all indicative of chemtrails. Let's just call them chemtrails. Well, why not? At this point. So here we go. The sun. That's the sun, and I could barely make it out. I didn't know what it was, but there it is. That's the sun, and this is a big cloud of toxic stuff. So here we go. Hershey on the 1st. Look. This is all deleted, the solar radiation numbers, but we have these telltale signs right here that there's high levels of EMRs going on. Now, the second day, 3/2, they deleted the whole strip of the whole column of information. There's no watts per meter squared here, but we have our friends that are showing us what's going on with being pegged out on the machine. There's also ozone and some other stuff missing. Hershey. Let's look at it this way. For 3/1, you can see that all that data has been deleted. Now, 3/2, they took out the whole row. Harrisburg and Holbrook are right here. Hershey should be the whole way across there. There's no data. I could prove that because here's the first, and here's the second, and here's the third for Hershey for the whole month. I ran the report, I think on the 9th. Yeah, so it's right here is when I ran the report. This is like 3.5, 4 days of radiation exposure. And you know what? Look here, this proves it as well. Look, outdoor temperature, you know, same time, same days. I forgot to delete that. Here's the temperature for 3-3. Same thing. Look at all the other ones, 45, 46, 66. Hershey's 10011. Sounds like a Clutch song. So here you go. Look at that right there. Ozone missing. Everything's missing right here. And the outdoor temperature and the resultant direction also prove that, look, let's just say that it's 12,000, you know, and here's another day back last year when I printed it right here, right in the midst of that, 12/12. I printed it out again, 3/2/24. That's all gone. Look, 9/32, 9/32. It's the same day, 4/88, 4/88 right there. So this is what's happened in Pennsylvania. We're being exposed to high levels of unknown particulates, high levels of harmful surface ozone, levels of open air electromagnetic radiation. People that are supposed to be protecting us are just covering stuff up or deleting it. It's unlegislated, non-consensual quotation marks research, I guess. Who's flying the planes releasing particulates? Who's deleting and changing the data? Who's doing the electromagnetic radiation in conjunction with particulates? There has to be a few different things, going on here in different agencies. I mean, who's in charge of the programs if it isn't terrorism? I mean, do you think it's good that you're, ingesting metallic particulates and then having them, be irradiated? It's like, putting some aluminum in a microwave or something like that. Who knows at what levels what's going on here? The state, federal, local. I'm kind of thinking most local people don't know what's going on, but the state and the federal levels got some blacked out line item budgets from the different places that nobody's looking into or wants to. So who's in charge of the coordination of the aerosols with the EMRs? And why does this happen in PA? And why are we being subjected to crimes against humanity? It's being covered up by people that are getting paid with your tax money. And there's distinct patterns that are going on in different areas. And I'll get into that more later. So you people that are participating in this, in short, you should be going to hell. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. If you're knowingly doing this and getting paid to do this, if it's state schools, private schools, you should be, basically defunded, and your accreditation should be gone. Airports and pilots, you're going to lose your licenses. Okay, there is legislation in place, and people are starting to track, through new technology. Thank the powers that have historical data log, and these people are running with their call signs off, and it's pretty obvious. We got other people out there calling them out too. So you're guilty of treason, crimes against humanity, Nuremberg Code violations, and you just messing up everything for us. So what can you do? Start taking notice, start taking some pictures, do some research, send this around to other people, in other countries or other states, wherever. People need to know what's going on, at least around here. I can't, say that it's exactly the same anywhere else. If you want to send us a few bucks for some monitoring equipment, that's great too. But we're just going to keep going and doing what we're doing, and until we can't do anymore. I mean, I don't know what else to say. At this point, it's we're just being poisoned, and it's got to stop. And I just thank everybody for their time. And if there's anything that you want to send me, have my email. Or you want me to come and speak anywhere around the Commonwealth, I'd be happy to. So thanks again for tuning in, and look for more stuff.